Right, I'm Pat Seekins, operations with Rocky Mountain Area Team 1. Here today just to explain a few things on where we're at with the Turner Gulch Fire. As you can see in the background, we've initiated some strategic firing operations with UAS, with drones several nights ago in advance of the main fire. And kind of the reason for that is, we light the tops of these ridge lines and focus on topography and fields where we feel like we can be successful to really moderate that fire behavior and fire intensity as the main fire progresses slowly towards our main control features. So we're here on the east side of the fire where we've identified control features, which are existing road systems we've identified, and we've prepped using hand crews to reduce the fields right along the control features. And we initiated some ground firing with drip torches, so ground firing hand ignitions right along our control features and really reduce those surface fuels. Those are the fuels that are right on the ground that is the main primary carrier of the fire. So once we complete our control features ground ignitions, that's typically when we get aerial ignition up. And we're utilizing the drones, the UAS platforms. They're just great tools for us to do interior ignitions further out where firefighters, we can reduce that risk to firefighters on the ground hiking over steep rugged terrain, and we can focus and utilize those drones on these ridge tops and really get the fire established, dropping ping pong balls. Once they hit the ground, they start small fires, and we establish that fire on top, and that fire slowly backs down the hill, so it reduces that fire intensity, but it also removes the fuels ahead of the main fire and our actual control features. We've been successful so far, and we feel like we can really be successful with these identified control features and the moderated fire behavior and intensity, as well as the weather has helped us a little bit too. So very much different than where this fire was 5-6 days ago, where it was really intense, really along the front side and the Highway 141 corridor, where fire really pushed hard with those high winds. The lighter fuels really pushed that fire hard along that front side, and we were able to be successful to bring that fire and push that fire up on top of the plateau where we're currently sitting, where conditions are more favorable and the ground and terrain is more favorable for hand crews, aviation in combination with strategic firing operations, where we can be successful. What we're trying to do really to meet our objectives is to reduce those surface fuels on our terms, being proactive when the conditions are favorable. And that could be in the evenings or at nights or in the mornings. And we can really reduce and burn down those surface fuels, deaden down logs, the grasses, the needle casts that are on the ground. Once we consume those, that's going to reduce the potential for that fire to want to climb up into the trees and become more intense. And if we get those winds, that's where that intensity increases. So that's the objective. It works very effectively utilizing the drones in combination with ground ignitions well ahead of the fire on our terms.